Dmitry walked into the arena with the calm confidence of a man who knew exactly what he was there to do. Across from him stood Sullivan Barrera, the tough and experienced Cuban contender who had built his name on discipline, durability, and a granite-solid will to fight. From the moment the first bell rang, it was clear this clash was not simply another match. It was a test of skill versus resilience, precision versus pressure, and youth versus experience. The opening seconds were filled with quiet tension, both fighters circling, studying, and trying to read each other's rhythm. Bivol tapped his lead hand out like a radar signal, using that stiff jab to create distance, while Barrera tried to feel out the timing, looking for a way to slip inside and force exchanges. As the first round progressed, Bivol wasted no time establishing his authority. He snapped out rapid-fire jabs, each one popping Barrera's head back with surgical accuracy. The Russian champion wasn't rushing, wasn't reckless. He was methodical, breaking down angles, controlling range, and sending a message that he was dictating the pace tonight. Barrera tried to respond with his own jab and looping right hand, but Bivol's footwork made the difference. Every time the Cuban stepped in, Bivol slid just a half-inch out of range, pivoted, and touched him with another clean shot. It wasn't power that worried Barrera yet. It was the consistency, the timing, the precision that felt like Bivol could hit him at will. By the second round, the tempo began to shift. Barrera started pressing harder, determined to make this a physical fight. He worked his way forward behind a high guard, testing Bivol's body with short hooks on the inside whenever he managed to close the distance. But even as Barrera advanced, he couldn't find the clean openings he desperately needed. Bivol countered him with sharp, straight punches down the middle, the kind that scored clean and disrupted any momentum. Barrera's toughness kept him in the pocket, but the accuracy of Bivol's punches was beginning to tell. You could see Barrera shaking his head after eating combinations, not in defiance, but as if acknowledging just how sharp the Russian champion's hands were. The third round brought more urgency from Barrera. He understood that letting Bivol fight at comfortable range was a losing strategy. So he stepped in harder, trying to force exchanges near the ropes. When he managed to close the distance, he fired heavy shots to the body, hoping to slow Bivol down. But Bivol responded with blistering combinations, three-punch bursts that snapped Barrera's head upward. The sound of glove hitting flesh echoed through the arena each time Bivol landed a clean right hand. Still, Barrera came forward with determination, absorbing shots that would have shaken lesser fighters. His experience and grit kept him alive in those moments, but he knew he was dealing with someone special. Bivol's composure never broke. He never looked rushed. Every punch he threw had purpose, every step had precision. It was high-level boxing in its purest form. By the middle rounds, the pattern became undeniable. Barrera was trying to pressure, but Bivol was controlling everything. The Russian champion's jab had become the centerpiece of the fight, a constant weapon that disrupted Barrera's rhythm and blinded him to the right hands that followed. At times, Bivol would unleash quick flurries, jab, right hand, left hook, and Barrera's head would snap in 3 different directions. Still, Barrera refused to fold. His courage was on full display as he continued to walk forward, taking punches that would have wilted many opponents. But for all his heart, he struggled to find the kind of shots that could change the tide of the fight. Late in the 6th round, the tension in the arena shifted noticeably. Bivol threw a crisp right hand that landed flush, and Barrera stumbled backward for the first time. The crowd gasped as Bivol immediately stepped in, sensing an opportunity. He followed with a rapid combination, and suddenly Barrera was forced onto the ropes, covering up, absorbing shot after shot. It was the first true moment of danger for the Cuban veteran, and although he survived the round, it was clear the fight was beginning to slip away from him.